Hi, my name is Bulin. I'm a partner in corporate M&A practice group of Baker McKenzie.
My name is Benedict Yong from the same group.
Hi, I'm Panyavit Pichapan, call me Taro. I'm a senior associate in the same practice group at Baker McKenzie.
So everybody, welcome to the first of our series on post-acquisition integration. We've put together this series to share our best practices, some practical tips, and also our experiences which we've learnt over the many years of helping our clients in this area. Over the following series, we'll share some of these best practices, some do's and don'ts, and also some more specific issues like employment, regulatory, and compliance in a post-acquisition integration context. So first off today, let's look at some basics. What is post-acquisition integration, and what are the key issues we need to think about when talking about this? With me and my colleagues. Every day, people talk about M&A, and there's always lots of deals going on. And when deals get announced, they make headlines. But people also talk about post-acquisition integration, also called PAI. So what does integration mean?
Yeah, that's a good question, Ben. So integration, it can mean many things to different people. One is that you operate your group as one after closing. And one way to do that we see is they combine the companies, multiple companies into one. Like when you have 5 companies, you just combine them into a few companies. Depends on the purpose of your integration. If you want to simplify your corporate structure, minimize the number of companies, this is one way to do it. But this is by no means the only way to do integration.
Is it really something that's very straightforward? Right? Is it a matter of simply filling a few forms, or is it something more complex than that?
No, there are some other forms of integration that would involve a lot more sensitivities. For example, if you want, it's not merely integrating the physical or the legal side of it. It's the aspect of the culture, the policy, the governance. That kind of integration requires a lot more careful planning to achieve a successful integration.
And just to supplement P9, Ben, is when we talk about integration, there are 2 directions. So one, a vertical integration, and that's when, for example, a manufacturer acquires a distributor in the vertical sphere, or it can go horizontal as well. So that's when, say, a manufacturer acquires another manufacturer, which is essentially their competitor. And obviously, with a horizontal integration, the antitrust issues, for example, are more acute. Because essentially you will be granted access to sensitive commercial information such as price and so on, which could lead to gun jumping considerations, which we'll get into in our next series. But yeah, not that straightforward then. Yeah.
Okay, so when should we start thinking about integration?
Yeah, we like to say day one, but just to elaborate on that, day one can mean different things, right? Basic meaning is that day one is the day you close the transaction with the target company, or the day you start the integration implementation. But another meaning we would like to focus on is the first day you decide to do the acquisition, or at least the first day that the transaction becomes reasonably certain. Yeah, that's when we want to start the preparation.
So I guess it's like when you see something that you want to buy, you like it. I guess that's when you should start thinking about how you're going to fit that thing into what you already have.
Yeah.
I guess that's what you mean by day one.
Yeah, and that brings up a very important point. To start early in the process of integration, it can have many benefits. I'll give you an example of due diligence, right? You know that we have the transaction due diligence focusing on the target company, and the PAI due diligence focusing on the integration. If we prepare in advance, do it early, we can combine the 2. Yeah. This would save time, maximize efficiency, and most importantly, minimize the costs involved.
So I guess with the due diligences, sometimes you have to sort of do the thing on yourself, like a health check or self-due diligence?
Yeah, that's a really good point, Ben. P9 mentioned a acquisition due diligence and also a post-acquisition due diligence. Some people might wonder, so what is the difference? But I think it's important to appreciate And especially in a good or successful post-acquisition integration, this is definitely taking into account that the two types of due diligence they're quite different. When you do a transaction due diligence, you're focusing on the acquisition itself and see sort of like a corporate health check of sort to see what your cultures are, what your values are, and whether what you already have will fit in well with what you will be acquiring. So I think those two are are different but important that we do them simultaneously.
So I guess it's like when you decide you want to get something, you actually have to know yourself first before you go out and buy that thing. So what could Bailey McKenzie deliver to our clients?
As a full service law firm, we can provide our legal services related to integration, covering all the integration cycle. I'll give you some examples. Starting from the self-due diligence that Taro mentioned, look at yourself first and see how the target can fit into your organization. The second one is the PAI due diligence, identifying issues relating to the integration, what impact will it have and how to solve them. Then when it comes times to implement, we can help with the checklist, the detailed integration step list to line up the key action items, who will be responsible, and the timeline. And also we can help with the trainings. For example, the compliance training and the employment training to get the stakeholders to have a common understanding on the goal of the integration, and also how the various personnel can help and can contribute to the process. That's just an example of what we can do to help.
Well, that's all we have for this video. Please do enjoy the videos that we have coming up in this series, which further expand upon this topic. For more information, please feel free to click on the link to this video, or please visit our website at www.bakermckenzie.com. Thank you very much.